Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Blue Dragon 5 here, hosting a warm and festive installment of Disney Debates Christmas in July edition. That's right, folks. We're having a heat wave, which means we gotta think cool. And what's cooler than Christmas? Am I right? So, tonight's pre seasonal program boasts the following: which MCU franchise should get a holiday special next? What Disney attraction would make for the worst holiday overlay? And which Disney character do you go on a cruise with? So hold on to your Bermuda shorts and your Santa hats, and let's sail away to Mele Kalikimaka as we kind of sightsee past those decorated palm trees on the way to the arena. Ho ho ho! In this corner, like the best Hallmark stars, he's a neighbor from the North Pole. Welcome, the Canadian castaway himself, Lazerdude 99.
I'm insulted that you compared me to a Hallmark movie. Whatever. No, it's great to be here. Although I've dropped the 99. It's just Lazerdude.
Oh, really? So completely it's gone?
It's been gone for like 5 years, man.
Well, I know that. I thought it was like...
He's brought this up multiple times, Draken.
Well, I know that.
It's okay.
He's brought it multiple times. Really? Multiple times?
Yes.
You're sure about that?
I'm positive, yes.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
So
I think we just broke
you on with the introduction.
Anyway, in the opposing corner, an emissary of the summer blockbuster, summoned with sleigh bells on, it's a very merry Rohith Dharr.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas in July.
And joining me on our festive panel, some seasonal elves in my corner. It's Tiki.
Shiv, look what you did! You got your throw up all over Greg's jacket. I could have delivered that.
Yeah, that was terrible, better. Tiki. God
forbid. That was really bad. Folks,
another elf for the incinerator.
Tune into our Christmas in July Succession pitch, but God, not based on that. Anyways.
Anyway. You literally been saying the same line for all these podcasts and
I know,
watch it now?
I know. I was thrown off of the timing in my brain. Anyways.
Anyway, and also
Shiv, look what you did to Greg's sweater.
See, that's the line. How do you forget that?
All right, there.
And in the
come on, Greg, let's go get you cleaned up.
And Jacob Weil.
And speaking of which, I'll be going on a cruise myself soon.
Yeah.
Oh, really, Jacob?
Yep.
Nice.
We're learning all sorts of things on tonight's debate.
All right, really quick, we also have New Horizons Music, who has been waiting for hours. And also Aquatad, I hope I'm saying that right, who says, I'm interested in seeing how this plays out. Okay.
All right, so how we doing tonight, guys?
You're doing great.
Like, waiting. I'm excited for my cruise in about 60 days.
I'm ready to.
I'm hyped for my Universal Orlando vacation, which is in less time than that.
But that's not news, Tiki. You're always traveling.
Well, yes, but this is my first Halloween Horror Nights, so that is a big landmark. Anyways,
wait.
It's the Universal Halloween event.
Yeah, I know.
Rohith, how you doing?
I'm saying, what day is it?
I didn't know Halloween in July was a thing.
Well, I'm going in September, so.
Okay.
I didn't know they started that early.
Yeah, they do start. They do start that early. Anyways.
All right.
Stoked.
Rohith, how you doing?
I'm ready to embrace the spirit of the holiday 6 months early.
Okay. Little kind of rule reminiscence here for our folks playing and the folks who are joining us here. So
Greg, and I'm terribly sorry. One more thing to note.
What?
I'm so sorry. We have to acknowledge that this is Lazerdude. He has won 3 times in a row, so that we're going to really build up the suspense. Lazerdude, you ready to keep to keep your title.
So,
You're going to go for a 4-0.
Has he won all three
that
times
crown
against
is locked
me?
into a safe, and I intend to not give up
Wait,
that
wait, wait.
combination
Has he won
tonight.
all 3 times against me?
No, two against you, 1 against Jokers.
Yes.
Okay.
So Bobby
okay.
Lazerdude so far has been
This Halloween
undefeated.
in April.
It would
Yes.
seem.
All right.
So,
All right. So
Okay,
for
hope
those,
to keep that
rules,
alive.
yes.
I'm going to ride
We'll
this like a
refer-
Jeopardy contestant.
yeah, regular. What's the guy's name? Ken Jennings. This kid. Right. He'll be hosting it one day. So a refresher on the rules. I know, it's what I just said.
Yeah.
So, refresher on the rules, and for those joining us, for those playing, yet again. So we got 3 rounds. You're going to reveal your pick. Give your opening statement in which you say all the nice things about why you're right and the other guy's wrong, and then festive fight to the bloody finish with words, not weapons.
A Black Christmas, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, anyone ever seen that movie?
Yes. So, R2 here rings in the new year very early. When he speaks, it's time for us to deliberate. Us on the little panel here, we're going to deliberate. We're going to cast our votes for who sold us most on their argument, and whoever gets the most votes gets the point for the round. One could say whoever makes the best point gets the point.
Early Christmas present.
Yes. Speaking of which, gifts, presents, how nice. At the end of 3 rounds,
Boy.
I'm going to give you both a gift. You can return if you like. You can. I won't stop you. You might already have one. You might say, oh, again, another one? I don't want that at all. I don't want that in my house. I don't need that in my pocket. Good news. At the end of 3 rounds, I'm going to give you both an optional little gift, me to you, the holiday $50. Now, holiday $50 way it works, you flip it if you want. Lands heads, point. Lands tails, you lose a point because that's life, full of risk. A little stratego. So, hidden in one of our rounds, the Cruise coin. Once owned by Tom Cruise, in fact. So the Cruise coin is hidden in one of our rounds. Could be the main round, could be some of the speed rounds. Who knows? Might not even be there at all. Probably going to be somewhere, though. Otherwise, it'd be a really futile exercise. So let's just assume that it's there somewhere.
Usually in the first 5 rounds.
Traditionally, yes. Anyway, so that'll be awarded to the winner of the round it is revealed to be in. Now, boyos, I'm going to warn you, because I love you. There is a penalty phrase somewhere hidden in our little game. So this phrase could be a word, could be a name, could be a place. Again, phrase. Could be one, could be multiple. I don't know. Frankly, I don't remember. Jacob does.
And due to the fact that that the previous few times our contestants have evaded the words, we have upped the ante.
And we won't elaborate past that point, but let's just say the ante has indeed been up. So it's
every second word in the English dictionary.
You joke about that. Wait until the game starts, buddy.
I can't keep track of that many words.
Well, don't deflate it, but okay.
I mean, I know a lot of words, but I can't keep track of how many penalties they would have. I mean,
okay. Anyway, so again, of course, basically, whoever says the word, they will get a coin in which nothing good happens. In fact, worse stuff happens.
And this coin you cannot return.
Oh yeah, this one's like like your aunt's sweater, like a fruitcake. You can't just simply return it.
And the thing is, it can be said even in between rounds. It doesn't matter if you say it during a round, as long as you say it after the game begins, you will incur the wrath.
Of course, first to 5 points wins the game. After the main round, we get to the speed round, in which things get crazier than usual.
Let us just hope you don't get a visit from Krampus.
Oh yeah. So, gentlemen, do you understand these rules as I have explained them to you both here this fine Christmas in July Eve? Because, yeah, that's right. Today is Christmas in July Eve, technically.
Yes, I do.
I do.
Okay. Cue the randomizer.
Okay.
Alright, we got Rohith Dharr going first for our 3 rounds, followed by Lazerdude.
Dragon, quell my OCD. Are we going to need the randomizer anymore?
You know, I want to say yes just to bother you.
Is that a no?
Yeah, it's a no.
All right.
Blue Dragon 5, Master of Suspense.
Okay, round numero uno. Which MCU franchise or character, / character, I suppose, should get the next Christmas special? Of course, we know we're getting this obviously in honor of Guardians of the Galaxy, getting the holiday special this year, which we're all very looking forward to, and also the recent Comic-Con news. We got a little trailer for I Am Groot. Guardians is on the brain, so I thought we could talk about it. So, Rohit, what say you? What special you want to see?
My pick is the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
All right, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Lazerdude, what say you?
I feel like Vision would be the best pick.
A man with vision. How quaint. All right. Opening statement. Rohit, dazzle me.
So Ant-Man and the Wasp, and by extension, the first Ant-Man, they're essentially comedies that are very oriented on the theme and ideas of family. And what better property to utilize the theme of family than within this context of a Christmas event or just the holidays in general than Ant-Man and the Wasp. You can do. There's so many ways you can take this. You can have sort of a. Do y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you. There might be an echo on someone's end, but we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So with the Ant-Man and the Wasp franchise, there's so many ways you can do a holiday special. You can do a loose adaptation to Ebenezer Scrooge with Hank Pym taking on the role and Scott, Cassie, and Hope being the ones to like bring him to have some joy in the holidays. You can do sort of the Christmas rom-com sort of deal with Hope and Scott, and also Hank and Janet. And as such, the Ant-Man films are comedic. There's a sense of joy. There's a sense of family bonding. And what else does one do in the Christmas season than spending time with the ones you love? And also, the Quantum Realm, if we were to approach the Quantum Realm this holiday special, has certain colors that we can utilize to play on the Christmas theme, red and green. We could have Santa, be based in the Quantum Realm. Or really, we could have Scott Lang putting on a Christmas outfit and using his animated abilities to like deliver presents on by a certain time in like San Francisco or whatever.
Okay. Lazerdude.
Gather round, young children, and hear the story of Vision. Vision, the last we saw him was in WandaVision, where he was under the government control and he was given a brainwave of visions, the one that Wanda created in the town. He was given a brainwave of his memories, which was really her memories of him, into him. And now, what did he do? He left. He disappeared. We haven't seen him since. What is that Vision doing? Why didn't he stay around? I believe this Vision isn't fully Vision just yet. He's confused. He doesn't know who he is. He's wandering around. But I think something awakens within him. Now that he's not under government control and he's free, Ultron had a bit of himself downloaded into this Vision. And he starts to resurface. But you also have the Vision that download his memories into him, and both of them are trying to fight for the dominance of this Vision who doesn't know who he is yet. So how does they get that message across? Here's where the Christmas comes in. Both of them are using the holiday to make their points. Ultron is like the devil on his shoulder saying, look at these humans. They clutch everything. They're greed. They cry when their car that they get isn't the right color. They take, they steal, they destroy. The other Vision is also the angel on his shoulder, showing him this is the good of humanity. Look at the people who are helping. Look at the spirit of the holiday, the joy that comes across these people's face. These are people worth saving, because Christmas is a time where the best can come out in humanity. And that, I think, would make the perfect MCU special.
Okay, I'm looking very forward to both of these. These are both excellent choices, and also as a little proviso before we fight it out here, I just want to mention that there were a few characters that were off the table in case anyone's curious, because they've been kind of Christmas. They've already kind of in a Christmas setting already, such as Hawkeye, very obviously, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, for they're going to be, and Iron Man. But there are a number of reasons why we couldn't get Iron Man. But let's just say those are off the table as well as the Avengers, because that's just too many people. All right, fight it out, guys.
Okay, here's my problem with your Vision idea. It is such a dark take for a Christmas special. The thing is that for Christmas specials, holiday specials in general, there's an emphasis on fun, light comedy, drama that has sort of a sweetness, a sentimentality, a saccharine tone to it. And really for Christmas specials, there has to be a little bit of comedy or a little bit of humor in it. And Guardians having a holiday special and the Ant-Man and the Wasp having a holiday special would make the most sense out of any other MCU franchise, because they're often comedic, lighthearted, family-oriented properties. And Vision, what you're describing, I don't see the Christmas connection really being strengthened. It just seems more of an afterthought to an more like
Every single Christmas story has a dark element to it. Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, he's a greedy miser. He's hanging on to everything. And then he sees how his life turned out. The darkness and the scariness of the Ghost of Christmas Future is dark, but it's the brightness at the end that brings us through. It's a Wonderful Life, greatest Christmas movie of all time. He was thinking about committing suicide so his family wouldn't fall down and that his life wouldn't, like, all these people that he has a connection to, but the light comes at the other end. We see the darkness of Hill Valley without George Bailey, but in the end, it's the joy and the cheer. And I think that's what this would do. You have Vision going around. He can phase through things. He's going to be like a ghost of Christmas past, just phasing through observing humanity and observing how we treat each other on Christmas. He's going to see the best and the worst of humanity, but in the end, the good will win, and the joy of the holiday will win him over and will help set him on the right path. And I think that's more than what Ant-Man and the Wasp have, where he's just like, hey, doing some quirky, funny thing. That doesn't really have any real impact. It's just a throwaway episode that might as well barely even exist.
That's a dismissive, reductive view of my pitch for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp, there's so much potential. I cited the example of a loose adaptation of Ebenezer Scrooge with Hank Pym playing the role, and Scott, Cassie, and Hope being the ghost that helped to like bring him out of his like curmudgeonness. There's the Christmas rom-com element. There's Scott helping out people.
So wait. Is it a rom-com or is it Scrooge? Like, because I feel like you're throwing too many things in there. And like, when is Scott, if he's being the ghost of whatever to Hank Pym, when does he have time to deliver to the children? I feel like yours is just a jumbled mesh of things and not a clear vision.
No, so I'll stick with one pitch. I think a loose adaptation of Ebenezer Scrooge. I say loose. That's why I'm saying loose. It's not really just a Christmas special, but basically the notion is for any Christmas special, there's always one character that doesn't believe in the holidays, doesn't believe in the value of Christmas. And Hank Pym is a very curmudgeonly, cynical person that grows to have a heart, has warmth through the actions of Scott, Cassie, and Hope. Maybe doing a little bit of quantum realm time travel, and showing in certain parts of his life and reigniting the joy that he maybe once had or could have.
I don't know why Hank would be sad or anything right now. He just is reunited with his wife. I don't feel like him being the curmudgeon would fit, considering he's just been with his wife and child and he now has everything that he ever lost. Why is he being a curmudgeon all of a sudden? That doesn't seem like it would be in character for him at this time of the universe. Where with Vision, him being confused and not knowing who he is and having to find his identity totally makes sense for where his character is in the MCU right now.
See, but the thing is that I don't think the Christmas you're saying that's like, oh, like you see Christmas, like Vision is seeing the world, and I just feel like it'd be a very, like I don't think there is a level of like you cite the warmth of like Vision observing and seeing people like do Christmas gifts and all that stuff. Yeah, I just don't see sort of the fun. Like I feel like when you're having the MCU Christmas special, it's doing it in the MCU
You don't think
way.
like Ultron debating Vision in his head back and forth like an angel on each shoulder is fun? I feel like that could lead to a lot of fun
Not
scenes.
fit in the sort of the mold of the Christmas special, which is supposed to be a light, fun, something that all the family can come and enjoy. And I think with like Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's a very family oriented franchise. And Christmas is all about family getting together, being with the ones you love, sort of like what have you. And I understand your point. It's like, well, he has his wife and daughter. I mean, you can have it where Hank Pym is just a naturally curmudgeonly person, irrespective of him having a wife and a child. And
I just don't see how their power sets or anything about them as superheroes ties into the episode themselves. They're just going to be a bunch of people having conversations and stuff. How does being able to grow and shrink? Maybe to wander around to get some nice colors, but that's about it. Where Vision being like a ghost, especially since he's all white right now, really would work. And as he phases through stuff and observes all those around him,
he's just like a dollar store Silver Surfer. This is a Silver Surfer story, but instead of Silver Surfer and Galactus, you have like Vision be trying to observe like an angel. Like for me, for what a franchise can utilize in making the Christmas special work in their favor, Ant-Man the Wasp has a lot of comedy, has a lot of heart. And Vision, I think, is like I love the character, but I feel like he's very limited, especially the version you cited being the Vision, the white Vision, the end of WandaVision. A lot of Vision I'm saying. I just feel like you need other people to bounce off of characters, and just white Vision, just like as a ghost observing humanity, just seems very, like desolate and all that stuff. And I understand your point about there being some darkness and being there. Well, you can have Hank Pym. He's gone through. So the moments you highlight losing his wife and all that, maybe Hank and Cassie and Hope can show those moments, but show sort of the good things that happened. And I think that's the spirit of a Christmas special. You have
I feel the biggest difference between ours, though, is that mine would be something that actually impacts his character and goes a long way moving forward, making it a very impactful movie. But yours is just a throwaway thing. Like, there will be no reason to really watch it if it's not really entertaining.
I think there's value in, you can say it's their character development for Hank Pym. If Hank Pym's just a natural curmudgeon person that, grows to have appreciation of life, post like him having his wife and children all together. But the thing is that like what I feel you're now really selling to me, and maybe you could try to convince me this, is that the Christmas special is about sort of people partaking in the holiday, the celebrations, and the Vision just being an isolated figure, just observing humanity from a distance doesn't seem to convey love. Look, I know there's darkness in Christmas stories, but there has to be the warmth, and I feel like
there would be the warmth. Once he decides who he is, you could have Vision pretending to be Santa. You could have him doing something Christmas related. But I just feel like you're just with Ant-Man and the Wasp, you're just sitting around with a family doing Christmas, and that doesn't feel like it's interesting.
Okay, I've heard enough. Jacob.
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
You didn't even give me time to respond the first time you said my name.
No, it's a Christmas Vacation reference, Jacob. I'm, like Russ. Oh, there you are.
I mean, that's kind of a stretch, but okay.
Or anyway, who you voting for, buddy? Who you like?
I'm gonna go with Lazerdude. I think he laid down a lot more than Rohith did, and defended a lot better than Rohith did. He didn't. Considering how he integrated Vision and also brought in Ultron, brought in the whole darkness and hope of Christmas specials, and really just that Rohith really didn't prepare much for how Ant-Man and the Wasp would integrate into this.
Right. So I'm really torn on this one because one, again, I really do love both of these ideas because I find Ant-Man to be the most likable franchise in the MCU, and we did recently pitch kind of like a WandaVision sort of holiday special. So I mean, I absolutely see the merit in doing things for both of these picks. I do. Now that said, listening to what was said about both of them, these are both specials I would absolutely watch, and I love the way Lazerdude kind of laid out his idea, which is brilliant. That said, though, I think ultimately Rohit really I think he made some really good points towards the end. Kind of almost like Linus on the stage at the end of the Peanuts Christmas, the end of the Peanuts Christmas special. I think he really kind of made some points and platitudes. I think helped him out, and I'm going to give my vote to Rohith Dharr. All right, Tiki,
Okay.
break the tie.
Yeah, so honestly, when this started out, I thought it was going to be a massacre on Lazerdude's part. Because I thought that Rohit was basically coming in like, yeah, it's about family and Christmas and, just laying out pretty generic, like Christmas themes. And ultimately, I feel like the debate came down to, it was really interesting because it came down to like the validity of the franchise versus the strength of the pitch in Lazerdude's case. And I honestly think both sides of the argument were really strong, especially towards the end. Dragon, I agree. I think Rohit really really gained a lot of momentum towards the end of the debate. But at the end of the day, I really am just by a hair. It was a lot closer than I thought it'd be at the start. But just by a hair, I'm going to give it to Lazerdude. Because obviously, I do think he has the stronger pitch as far as just all the detail of his actual pitch goes.
But remember, we weren't looking for a pitch, though.
This is true. But I also think that Lazerdude just as far as the back and forth Dragon, it's I'm kind of like a referee judging a boxing match in this one, right? There was no clear knockout, so I'm gonna have to just kind of judge on the amount of hits I saw each person take. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree with Jacob that I feel like Lazerdude was more efficiently dealing out the blows, but Rohit did have some good points. So it was a really good. There was a bit of a bumpy technical start, but I feel like that kind of worked itself out, thankfully. And ultimately, is a really good match. But Lazerdude comes away with the win in my eyes.
Okay, very close match, guys. First round goes to Lazerdude.
I just want to say I love the way you edited these graphics to have Vision and Santa and the hats. Just very good job.
Technically, thank you, but I didn't do anything with the visual. That's straight up from WandaVision.
Oh, really? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, remember it's during the opening when they have the kids. They kind of show all the different.
I forgot about that totally.
Like him dressed as an Easter bunny and a Santa Claus, and yeah.
I did add the hats to Scott and Hope, though.
That was Jacob, yes.
As you can tell, it's not as well done.
So wait a minute, I don't remember them wearing hats like that in the movie. What gives?
On their helmets?
Jacob, was the secret word said?
I'm checking the itinerary, checking the backlogs, seeing, and let me just see Rohit. Rohit said nothing. Neither of them said the word.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I will get this. Both of them came close multiple times to saying at least one of the words.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me check for that coin real quick. That little sneaky Pete, and oh my goodness! Look at this. Someone left me a little present. Oh, how nice! How lovely! Look at that candy cane striped wrapping paper. Let me open it. Oh, it's so nice. Look at the green little ribbon. Okay, a little tear here. I'm going to save the paper. Give me a minute. And, oh my lordy. Look at this. What a surprise. We have the coin.
Is it the right coin,
Do
though?
we really have the coin, Dragon?
Let's find out.
Oh, my God. Oh, I just love how you just cannot be trusted with this stuff. All right,
so let's see. So, Lazerdude, you won the last round. You want to flip it?
You're just doing this to me every single time because I've gotten this coin every single time I've played. Just oh my gosh.
Is it on purpose or?
Well, it's your call. Literally.
I know, but I even said like if I was ahead, I might consider it, but
You are ahead.
You are ahead. You have it's 1-0. We
I
just
know,
started.
I know. I was saying I was listening to one of the older debates. I was like, if I went ahead, I'd consider it, but now I am ahead, and I'm like, I don't want to lose my point.
Then you'll just be back where you started in the first round. You really don't lose anything.
Okay, here's the thing. I trust myself to do well enough in the speed round to keep going well there. I don't. The early three questions debate in the beginning have always tripped me up. I've only ever won 1 point so I think these points are precious, and I'm not going to risk it. Sorry.
All right, so the cruise coin is being chucked back into the water with the blue necklace.
All right. Ooh, sorry.
Was it the heart of the ocean? What do they call that in Titanic?
Yeah, it's the heart of the ocean, or part of the
The
sea.
View Jewel, isn't it?
Yeah, the heart of the
I don't
ocean.
know. I've never actually seen
Wait, is it the heart of the ocean?
I believe so. Yeah, let me.
Jewel of
Okay.
the Ocean.
Jewel sounds. I don't know. Jewel might
Yeah,
be right.
I know it's hard.
I know it's in the shape anyway. Sorry, we're getting off track here. Point being, round 2.
Yeah,
All
it's
right, also,
hard.
I want to quickly shout out LEP and Theme Park Priest, who are also in the comments. Welcome, guys. Happy to have you. Anyways, go ahead, Dragon.
To answer the question, yes, it was heart of the ocean.
Heart of the ocean. Okay, round 2. Okay, so what Disney attraction would make for the worst holiday overlay? Let's see. Rohit. What say you?
My pick is the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Disneyland.
Okay. Lazerdude.
I chose the Pirates of the Caribbean, my lad.
Arg. Okay. All right. Opening statement. Rohit.
Now, I feel that the Big Thunder Mountain Road would make the worst holiday overlay for a few reasons. One, let's look into the background of how this Big Thunder Mountain Railroad came to be, at least in terms of the mythology of the ride. Basically, settlers came to arrive on land that's cursed by Native Americans, and at least in the mythology of the Disneyland ride, the town was abandoned from an earthquake, so it's a ghost town. And the ride itself is just basically you just get on the track, you just go through the mines, you see rocks and what have you. And none of those elements really seem compatible or seem even harmonious with sort of the Christmas spirit. Christmas, you think of snow and or just areas that evoke that snowy Christmas feeling. But the Big Thunder Mountain Road is just a Southwest environment. There's just rocks. It sort of gives it's mining. There's just nothing really I would feel excited kid in the way that a kid is excited by the Christmas theme, by getting presents, by going to Santa's workshop. What all this is like. This is just a mining railroad attraction, and there's it's cool for people that are into sort of the history of it or that aesthetic, but really if you put sort of the Christmas spirit upon it, it just seems like enjoy the Christmas spirit with mining for rocks and what have you, just sort of the atmosphere of it. And overall, I think there are other rides in which you can potentially imagine enjoying sort of the experience of handing presents, making presents, or just seeing Santa come into the world of that ride. And Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, I feel like would be most incongruous with the Christmas spirit, with the holidays. It would just seem just sort of a tacky, design that the ride would go upon, and ultimately it would just not live to the Christmas spirit that we all love, especially on the rides all across the attractions and theme parks.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's be honest here. Pirates of the Caribbean is one of those rides that people don't like it when you touch it. They don't like it when you mess around with it. Doing any sort of holiday change to it would make people upset more than anything. Like, you've gotten people that go to the Disneyland park or do the Haunted Mansion in near Christmas, and then they're mad because they have to do with Nightmare Before Christmas thing instead of the Haunted Mansion. Can you imagine how pissed people would be for Pirates of the Caribbean Caribbean if it was changed up into something else randomly. It also doesn't really fit any really good theme. I mean, obviously, it's like if it was Christmas, that doesn't really work. I mean, they're in the Caribbean. You're not going to have any excuse to use snow. And it's like, what? Are pirates going to be giving gifts? Here's your favorite sword or something like that. I don't know. What are they giving? That doesn't really work. And other holidays, I don't feel like they really would work all that well either. I feel like you would just mess it up, and it just doesn't. It's not a good fit. And most importantly, I just think that it would just leave with people disappointed. You want people to come off the Pirates of the Caribbean as like, oh yeah, this is what I came all the way here to see. Not, oh, that I came at the wrong time of the year because they changed it around to something stupid.
All right, time to fight it out.
Here's the thing: Pirates of the Caribbean could actually work as a decent holiday overlay. I think like you can have sort of like a story, you know, what have you, of like Santa Claus being captured by pirates, and you're like the kids would come in, do like the good pirate or the good pirates, and like say a Santa Claus and all that stuff. Like, for the thing is, what I find problematic about your presentation is that you really talk about like about why it would be a bad holiday overlay. You just talk about people are annoyed when there's changes made to Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't think that's really exclusive to just Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, and the thing is that like, yes, it's the Caribbean, but you can have, you know, sort of, you know, there's always a bit of a make believe for the holiday overlays, and I feel like even outside the snow, there's still the, you know, making the ships look sort of how you would imagine, you know, ships made by like Santa Claus's workshop or like elves as like pirate crew members, you know, whatever. Have you? I think
I feel like that would just all feels forced. Like the elves and the pirates and Santa just doesn't go together in any way, shape, or form. Big Thunder Mountain actually isn't that bad pick. I just watched the ride recently, and I was just looking at. You can make this whole thing like a trip to Santa's workshop, like a Polar Express type deal, where you just change the desert landscape, have a whole bunch of fake snow on top of there. Now you're in the North Pole, and instead of like going under those dinosaur bones, you're under like candy canes sticking out. I feel like it's not that hard, especially since it's a train.
It's because Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is a very specific type of ride. It's like you're going into a mining town in like the middle of the desert with rocks and what have you, and putting a holiday.
And then you're Santa delivering presents to a mining town. You can do that. You can change the train into a sled.
That would just, the thing is, the aesthetic just doesn't seem as attractive. Like, here's the thing: between a mining town in the desert versus like, you know, fun ships in the Caribbean that can be decorated in terms of the ships and the attire, I feel like there's more fun to be had with the Christmas aesthetic in sort of the age and time period of piracy versus a mining town where everyone's really drab and, you know, people are just mining, and also the land is a ghost town, so I feel like there's not as much of a Christmas spirit, you know, joy.
Oh, it's the embodiment of Christmas spirit, because it is a ghost town. Maybe there's barely anybody living there, but the story of it could be like, hey, Santa delivers to everybody. He doesn't forget anybody. You're delivering presents to this one. It's kind of a
desolate landscape that people just go through. I don't think that's really congruous with Christmas spirit. The thing is, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, they're, you know, in the franchise, the Pirates of the Caribbean, there's good pirates, bad pirates. You can have like a very, you know, simple story that pieces, you know, and attracts children of like, oh, the good pirates are helping to save Santa from the bad pirates.
I feel like you're expecting kids to follow along on a story when, like, I don't feel like that's what they go on a ride to do. They go on to see the quick little events, and now they have to take notes on like, wait, who's the good pirate? Who's the bad? How do we know which ones are which? Why is they? What's going on here? It's like, why is Santa even here? There's no kids here. He's supposed to be delivering to kids. What the heck is going on?
You can have actors like play young kids or like teens or whatever in the whole Pirates of the Caribbean. I think there's the kids. The thing, Pirates of the Caribbean as a franchise is all about whimsy and quirkiness and all that stuff. With the ride and the films, I think the ride can definitely more embrace the, you know, the whimsy or the like, just, you know, just the like the candy filled joy of like of Christmas. Whereas
Big Thunder Mountain is a very
desolate, barren landscape that is populated by just a few buildings or just areas, and you're just going through a mining town.
You have to keep it that way, though. You can change it up. You can change up the area until something different. Even if you do still keep the desert aesthetic, you can still change it into a way of like, hey,
the spirit and the essence of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Whereas the Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm saying is that the essence and spirit of the ride above being whimsy, you're just seeing, fun characters doing pantomiming and
I
all
feel like
that.
if you add Santa just to it, it makes it a Christmas thing. That doesn't do
I
it.
think with Pirates of the Caribbean, you have like a ride that's very fun, a little just people just like improvising and just doing some level of physical comedy, what have you. I think putting the Christmas aesthetic on there doesn't take away from the actual spirit of the ride and what the ride's trying to convey. Like you can have sort of the Pirates fun within a Christmas setting, whereas like you see people doing mining and all that stuff, and then just adding a random like Christmas workshop. I would feel like
You could be like the elves gathering materials for the toys or something like that. It could be the
and,
mining town is now just another of
like,
Santa's workshops that
think-
he goes to
All right.
toys.
Enough.
Good.
All right, I'm casting the first vote. I say Lazerdude gets the point. That's my vote, mind you. Tiki.
All right, I am easily on Rohit with this one. Honestly, fundamentally, I think that the one thing I didn't like about the pitch as far as the Pirates of the Caribbean goes, like his argument for it was just like just add Santa to it. But I did like that he kept the spirit of the attraction and the fact that these are little vignettes and you can add a. And what I really didn't like about Lazerdude, honestly, the moment that really caught me off guard, and the moment where Lazerdude kind of lost the argument for me, was when he said like, "Oh, just transform Thunder Mountain into a snowy landscape." You cannot do that. That does not work. That would fundamentally just ruin the flow of the land and the transition and. There's a really important placement of the Disney mountains in Disney parks, and to just like fundamentally shift it like that, like you're not just affecting the ride when you do that, you're affecting the entire surrounding area. So, honestly, there was a moment in the debate where Lazerdude was like, just change the trains into sleds, and then Rohit just kind of had like a frustrated beat of silence. And that kind of said it all. I was like, yep, I feel that. So I don't necessarily think that this argument was lost based on the strength of the pitches. I think it was lost based on how Lazerdude presented like a good overlay of Thunder Mountain Kids. Like I said, I think that fundamentally just cannot work. So, all right, Jacob, break the tie.
And this is a tough one. I remember it. Fun fact, I remember a couple years ago I pitched a Halloween overlay for Big Thunder Mountain that went over quite well. Like it was turned into a haunted ghost mine and everything. So that just kind of memories kind of got in there. But
I honestly just didn't want Rohit to think of a Halloween thing for Pirates of the Caribbean.
that's a fair point. But I think for strength of argument, I will have to go with Rohit as well.
And I do think there's an argument to be made with Thunder Mountain that you could just, you don't need to do the snow or anything like that, but you could just kind of have like an atmospheric, like it is a small kind of ghost town, but there is a population in Big Thunder, and it would be cool to just see like, just kind of like a very small, like they don't even have to like really advertise it as a big like name changed overlay, just have like, just put some Christmas lights in the town, I don't know, I could see that. Anyways. Okay, Theme Park Priest says the pirates like receiving gifts, but you're not going to find them on Santa's nice list.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so we're tied up.
To be fair, pirates usually don't receive; they kind of take the gifts.
That's true.
They politely borrow.
Well, there you go.
All right. So, Jacob, how's the forecast looking, buddy?
The 7-day forecast. What's that out on the horizon? It's clear blue skies. There's nothing's been said at all.
Very interesting. I'm very surprised.
But what's that? There were a couple close calls. You guys almost struck an iceberg there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, that might be too soon.
All right. So that brings us to round number 3. All right. So there's been some. I believe it was this month. It could have been last month. I'm not. I don't. I don't know. We had the Disney cruise stuff has been happening recently. They had basically the little Ant-Man kind of like dinner show that went on one of the cruises, which was rather fun. I enjoyed it. So this brings about the question. The cruises were on my mind, and we're thinking kind of summer and everything, and kind of the Disney brand. So which Disney character do you go on a cruise with? So, who's your Who's your cruising buddy?
You're about to say moving, buddy.
I know. Who's your cruising buddy, Rohit?
I found my moving buddy.
Yep.
My cruising buddy is the genie from Aladdin.
All right, Genie. All right, Lazerdude. Who's your cruising buddy?
Oh, I'm going to be chilling it down with Naveen from Princess and the Frog.
Okay, Prince Naveen. All
Oh,
right.
that's right. Yeah.
And if you notice, I went with an image of him on the ship.
Yep, he is on he's on the boat, and Genie is ready for vacation. So, Rohit, opening statement. Wow us.
So the genie from Aladdin is one of the, if not the great Disney character, especially from the 90s era of Disney films. And I feel that his character, his personality, his sense of joy will be most helpful and most appreciative on a cruise. Cruises, are a certain acquired taste for certain people. And when you get on a cruise, you're just stuck on the boat and until you make stop at port at whatever sites you stop at. But for the most part, you're just on the boat, just doing whatever. And the genie has the ability to do great impressions, can do a lot of magical tricks, can, make you look good in a particular fashion for certain events of the cruise. And I feel that is very important to have that all underlay by this sense of fun, joy, a level of optimism and amicability. Because certain people that, aren't as high energy can oftentimes make a cruise, where you just kind of are on a boat in sea, drifting from point A to point B, be a little bit of an unfun experience. And I think the genie can make things lively. He knows how to be social, be the life of the party. And I would feel that with the genie from Aladdin being the cruise with me, I will have a great time, have a lot of memories, be able to have a lot of laughs, and really get sort of the massive mileage from an individual that personifies fun and party, and it's voiced by the late great Robin Williams. That if the genie personifies even half of who Robin Williams is as an individual, then I will have nothing but good times with the great genie from Aladdin, my cruise partner.
Okay, Lazerdude.
All right. When I was thinking about which Disney character am I going to have the most fun with on a cruise, Naveen was the first choice that popped into my mind, and I couldn't think of anybody better than him. The guy is super energetic. He's super fun. The guy's into music. He's going to strike up that band and be playing. You're going to be jamming all night long, but he's also chill. He can relax. He can lay back. You can get a couple of drinks with him and relax by the pool. It's totally cool and chill, but he would also be able to be, he's very social. He would be able to get you in with a good group of friends. Everyone would be around him, but you would just be having such a blast with him. He would be also, just be able to hook you up with anything you need. He's a prince. Everyone's going to be doting on him and, hey, what do you need? What do you need? He's like, oh, get my friend this. You got it. You have everything that you're going to need. He's also the fact that he's just such joy to be around. He is probably the most charismatic prince that we have seen in any of the Disney movies, and I think that's because he's just so charming, and he is more charming than Prince Charming. I think that he's going to be the perfect guy to go on a cruise with, because he's a guy that's going to you're going to have a blast with, you're going to be able to chill and relax, and then at the end of the day, you're just going to be able to enjoy yourself no matter what.
Here's my problem with Naveen. My problem with Naveen as a person is that he cannot help but take the center of attention. And I feel like if you're on a cruise with him, you would get really, really tired of him as an individual, to the point in which you're just like, God, I wish you were already a frog. the genie as an individual within the film Aladdin is a support guy. He's your wingman. He's your best friend that lifts you up and supports you. And when you're on a
No. Let me tell you what the week is going to be like with the genie. First night, I give you this: you're going to have the party of your life. You're going to have so much fun, and you're not even going to get any sleep at night. But that's okay. And let me finish. Second night, you're going to be like, oh, I'm a little tired, but that was fun too. By the third night, you're going to be wrecked. The genie has no off switch. He doesn't sleep. He's going to be going on 24/7, and you're not going to be able to chill. Think about this. If you want to just relax by the pool, that's fine. You can do that with Naveen. You can have fun with that. Genie's going to jump into the pool and empty the pool, or he's going to jump in and be a submarine. He's going to be disruptive the whole time.
And him being a genie, he can magically solve those problems right away. And the thing is, Naveen, here's the problem with Naveen. He's like, the thing is, he's too much of a woman's player to the point in which, let's just say you're.
No, this is Naveen after he's married to Tiana. So now he's out of the game, but he is your wingman now. He's like, hey, I'm out of the game, but I know the moves. And now all the girls are around him because he's a royalty, but he can hook you up. He's like, not me, I'm married. But, he can hook you up because he's the guy that's married and he doesn't need him anymore.
Hold on. We have no knowledge whether he can be a good wingman. Genie in the movie Aladdin is the ultimate wingman. He turns a guy from a peasant to a prince to attract the love and attraction of a princess.
Yeah, that's good if you want to find true love, but if you want to find a hookup, you're not going to get it from the genie. He's like, tell her the truth, be nice, romantic.
Prince Naveen finding love doesn't mean he's good to like help connect his friends or anyone that he puts under his wing to like find someone that's attracted. And it's not, and don't reduce like the relationship that Aladdin and Jasmine concoct to be a hookup. They find a lot of strong.
No, I'm saying he doesn't. He can't do a hookup, which is what you're going to do on a cruise if you're going to do anything.
So then I don't see what's. So I don't. But here's the thing: you haven't pointed to any evidence in which Prince Naveen himself, as a character, has done wingman-like activities. I feel like we're just getting. I feel like this is getting too far of the point. But the genie is a support player. The thing is, when you're on a cruise, you need someone that can
on all the time.
You can turn him off. Prince Naveen, you can look. The genie is a self-aware enough character to know when he's going a little bit too broad. Like he can tell by your body language, or maybe you're just not feeling up to it. The genie can modulate. The thing is, Naveen, he's just a boring, pretty guy. There's really who likes to party.
He's more than that. He's a musician. He plays the ukulele. He enjoys having time in life.
Genie can play every instrument on the tip of his fingers and can do anything from the Blues Brothers, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, every rock.
Sure. And that's great for the first 2 days, but by day 4, you are going to be wrecked and you can't sleep. You won't have any sleep.
How do you not get
any energy to do anything?
He's a guy that just parties all the time. And then
but he has to go to sleep. He's human.
So hold on. The genie who is self-aware enough to know when he's going too far somehow will just not turn off ever, and won't notice you like feeling of like I don't
see enough evidence. The only time you would shut up is when Aladdin told him to when he was his master.
He can do so many impressions. He can do a lot of fantastical scenarios to like get through the boredom.
It would get old after a while. Like a hyper child, it's fun at first, but after like a couple of days of it, you get stressed out and you're exhausted.
And with to me, you get bored on not even the first day, but within the first hour. He's just a pretty guy who knows how to play music well, and there's only so much range or so much you can get out of it. The genie is.
We saw him chilling with the crocodile and having a good friendship there with just knowing him for a few minutes. We saw him chill with Ray and enjoy his time with Ray after just knowing him for a few minutes.
Is the ultimate party machine. He's the ultimate friend.
Too much party. You have to chill on a cruise just as much as you have to party.
Genie can do that. The thing is, Genie, there's infinite things you can do with the genie. The Prince Naveen, by you saying he's a human, there's limited potential to what you can have fun to do on a cruise. You can ask any.
You can do the cruise stuff on the cruise. Genie's going to hog all the attention
and more, because there's certain things with the cruise you don't want to do or are boring. You gotta have as much options as possible. And the genie is the ultimate menu, the buffet of options, activities,
I've
things.
never seen anyone actually eat anything the genie has made.
Metaphorically, he's a metaphorical buffet of experiences, like stories, tell anything that you can imagine the genie can provide, and you're gonna have a good
I'm
time.
taking all the attention. You think Naveen's gonna take the attention from you? What about a literal magical being that can make stuff out of flipping nowhere? No one's gonna
In
notice
the
you at all.
movie that I signed the genie from, he is the support player, the wingman.
When he was his slave, when he was owned by a master.
Yeah, but the thing is, a genie is just a good enough friend that will just help because he likes you and cares for you. Whereas Princess Being, like he's very arrogant throughout most of the Princess of the Frog.
And he's humbled. He's humbled by the end of it.
Yeah, he's humble, but I just do feel like him being a human. It's like, all right, he's just a good jazz musician. I can get the genie to do that, and rock and roll, and country, and rockabilly. Everything is possible. There's so much that him being a human guy that's humble and plays jazz musician, that's not something you go on a cruise with. That's someone that you're friends with on Facebook and just like their and say happy birthday to them every other year.
I just still think by day 3, you're going to be sick of the genie. And if you tell him to go away, he's going to have his feelings hurt. And now you won't have any more fun.
And you have a guy that will just hog up all the attention, even if he doesn't do it intentionally. He'll just play just jazz music, nothing else. And he'll maybe talk, and maybe he'll have his wife along, or he'll be just a regular dude that does one
Regular
thing.
dude who can hook you up with anything you need as a prince and will be more fun, but also can chill for a time. We saw him be able to relax when they were just sitting when they were floating down the river. He's able to tone it down and just chill. I don't feel the genie has that.
What can a prince get that a genie cannot get? There's so much more that you get out of a genie than just a regular human prince.
No, he can show you it. He can be flashy, but he can't actually give you anything physical. We've never seen him give physical food or anything, and he can be flashy, and that's fine. But we've never seen him actually like the people at the end of Prince Ali's song. They disappear. We never see them again. They're just there for show.
So if you're on a cruise and you're bored out of your mind, you kind of need to liven things up and have a show. And the thing is, I'd rather just have the risk of maybe getting tired of something than just the absolute certainty of being bored out of my skull of this guy that just plays jazz music, talks about, his being friends with Crocodile, being very New Orleans-y, and that's it. One note, one color. The genie can be anything and everything that you can imagine and want, and you can have all of it to pick and choose from. And it's Robin Williams. If the genie possesses or has half of
it's the genie. We're not talking about he's not Robin Williams. He is his own character. He's voiced by Robin Williams.
Yeah, but him doing impersonations, him doing all those fantastic illusions, I feel like that livens up the mood. Cruises can
all
be
from the 90s and 80s. So, it's like it can be dated a little bit.
I mean, the movie takes place way before all that. So if he has the potential to do references for things that don't happen till way in the future, I think he could do impressions for modern stuff.
Just saying, we haven't seen him do it.
But you haven't seen him do it.
I think Naveen is just going to be a much more of a equal thing. Sure, he's royalty and he's going to be able to hog a little bit of the attention. But if you're on a cruise with him, he's not going to just overshadow you entirely. And I feel like he's
a prince. He's a handsome-looking prince. Of course, he's going to overshadow you. With a genie, throughout the film, he is always the support player for Aladdin.
He literally was huge and shadowed down on top of Aladdin at one point.
Yeah, that's for that's like a comedic moment or just a moment where Aladdin's maybe out of line. But for the most part, I think there's a lot more fun to be had with the genie doing impressions, with the genie doing all these fantastic illusions, and just the general positive energy. Whereas Prince of Bean, I think he's humble, he plays jazz music, but that's just so boring. There's not you gotta have sometimes
too much of a good thing is a bad thing, and I feel like that's Genie in a nutshell.
So you rather have too much of a mediocre, middling thing.
I don't think it would be mediocre. I think it would be a good time all around. You go to at the end of the cruise, you're like, I had such a great time, rather than I am exhausted. Get me to bed.
One more.
Okay.
Wow.
Jacob.
Okay.
What's your ruling?
That was good. That was an intense, intensely
That
fought
was
round.
honestly like I was on the edge of my seat for that one, guys. Like, bravo! Like, no matter who wins that, I think both of you fought that really well.
And I think, honestly, I thought Maui would be a good choice for my personal that I just thought of, funnily enough. But wow, it's like that was like a tennis match, really back and forth. Like everyone was firing in all cylinders. Wow. Let's see. Although based on the strength of the argument, I think I'm gonna have to go with Rohith with Genie.
Okay. All right. Tiki, where are you leaning?
Ooh, man. Okay. So first of all, I just want to acknowledge that every time, like, it's such a pattern that every time we do the, like, which character would you like to do X with? I feel like a lot of it, like, this has come up at least 2 other times where it's like someone will inevitably pick the genie, and the argument for the genie against the genie will inevitably be, it's too much, man, it'd be overwhelming. So I just like it's very funny how the genie is like one of the go-to picks for this. Oh God. So I really do think there was a lot of back and forth. It was a tennis match, and once again, I'm kind of playing this as like, like a referee in a boxing match, and I have to kind of like come down to very particular details here. And I honestly think that the one thing that I'm gonna have to tip the scales on is for Lazerdude, for Prince Naveen, is the point where I don't necessarily like. I'm not like personally offended by it or anything. I don't want to like throw shade at you or anything like that. But like the Robin Williams stuff, like it'd be like having Robin Williams there. Like I don't know. It's a little bit emotionally manipulative for the argument. And like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade here. I'm just trying to like come out with like a like weigh the scales one way or another. And it's like that's like just like that was like the one part of the argument where it's like, ooh, I don't necessarily like it. The genie is not necessarily Robin Williams. Like, I know it's a petty excuse for like, I'm just going to kind of have to tip the scales to Lazerdude just a tiny bit there, but very close.
Okay. All right, I guess I'll. So again, so it's one Rohith, one Lazerdude, which means I break the tie.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Well, this again is a very hard fought one. It's really oh boy, it's really
I was honestly tempted to use the coin.
really.
I was honestly tempted to go there, but like, I don't know. Oh my god. New Horizons music says, Tiki, we all know you go on a cruise with Coco Woman the second you had the chance. Oh my god. Oh, indeed. I mean, he'd just be like a statue, he'd just stand there,
Worst
I
person
feel like
to go
he'd
on a
very
cruise
much
with,
just
maybe.
be like, I don't know. Anyways.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with Rohith Dharr on this one by a very thin margin.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Like that. Like no shade cast to anyone. That was incredibly hard fought.
I mean, if I'm going by my personal pick, I would probably choose Naveen too. But based on the arguments, I'm going with Rohith. Gene.
New Horizon says it's called Stoicism, Tiki. Why do you think I love him in the first place?
Right.
Right.
So Jacob, there was something close uttered that I don't think it necessarily fit the thing. Am I right?
Yes. I mean, do you want to count it or do you want to?
I'm going to say not
count
to.
It.
What?
You guys should just count it for the sake of just
It depends on who
having
said it.
something happen. Seriously.
Depends on who said it. He says.
Really,
Yeah,
you guys just want to go
I
for it
said
then?
Don't count it.
You want to semantically go for it?
And Dragon, it's my job to point this stuff out.
I'm aware, but I kind of.
Okay, but if you guys want to go for it, we're going for it.
All right, Jacob, tell him if we heard the word then.
We heard the word.
Oh boy.
Well, that we did. We heard more than once actually.
Pretty much, yeah. But We don't incur more than one penalty for saying the word more than once.
Of course. But Jake, why don't you tell him what the word was?
Rohit said magical.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Oh God.
Yep.
Magical magic. Magical Disney magic. Magical. All right.
We were hoping to hear just magic uttered, but again, since you guys pushed for it's close. Let's do it. Oh, there you go.
All right.
Dragon, should I keep looking on the other words after this, or are we done with the words?
Yeah, we're done with the words. Let's wait till the end to tell them what the other ones were, though.
Oh boy.
All right, so no more words.
Okay, so we got a lot of coin flipping to do here, kids.
Yeah,
First off,
Oh no.
we're at the end of three.
I was ahead, damn it. All right, go.
Before I reveal,
Well, I think there should be a pretty should we have? I feel like we should do the penalty and then do the coin flip, or is
All
it
right,
going to
fine.
matter?
Okay, time for the.
I'm just saying. I'm asking you: is it going to matter? Because what would be the most fair way to go about it as far as the penalty goes?
I like that just because then you're dreading which one it could be.
So you want to rip off the Band-Aid first?
Dragon, I'm saying you ultimately make the call, but whatever you think is the most fair.
Well, we might as Jacob. What do you think, buddy?
Don't put this on me.
Well, fine.
You're
My
the
instinct is
Dragon.
let's do the bad thing and try to lighten it with the good thing.
All right.
Bad news than good news.
All right, so let's punish Rohith Dharr.
If it lands tails, whoo boy.
That sounds like the
Bro,
name
let me
of
just-
a
okay, don't
quirky,
hit-
like early 2000s reality show or
All
something.
right, don't hit the button yet, Tiki.
Okay.
All right, so I just want a refresher here. Okay, so the penalty coin here. Remember, nothing good's going to happen with this flip, and you have to flip it, Rohit. And let's just say lands heads, it's not going to be good. Lands tails, it's
Be worse.
really not going to be good. You do just trust me, Rohit. You really don't want it to land on tails. You do not want that.
Oh no.
If you can take anything away from what I'm saying right now, don't let it land on tails.
I vaguely remember what
False will hit.
I vaguely remember what the penalty is. You do not want tails.
Oh yeah, you don't want tails. All right, let's flip it.
No, I always wanted Sonic.
Oh my god, I was literally about to make a Sonic joke.
You pulled that joke. You pulled that joke in the Lightyear debate.
Yep.
All right, flip it, Dragon.
Yes, flip it. Yes. Time to flip out.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh,
god.
oh
So
boy.
Dragon,
That's too bad, Rohit.
Dragon.
Yeah.
What has Rohit won?
Tell you what. I'm gonna tell him after we flip it. After we offer it to both players, then I'm gonna tell him how bad things are. Okay. So again, I'm gonna offer this to both of you. Who would like to flip? Good. Heads. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do it. Heads, you could get a point. Tails, you're just losing a point. Let's offer to Rohit. Would you like to flip?
Wait, I won't know the penalty until after the coin flip.
Nope, not until after the coin flip.
Do penalties result in lost points?
I don't know.
I lost half a point once.
You know what? I'm just not gonna flip the coin.
Are you sure? It might benefit you.
No, you're just messing with me, Blue Dragon.
Am I?
I don't know.
I don't think I am.
I'm gonna give you a coin flip to decide whether you do the coin flip or the penalty.
So you're not flipping the coin.
Oh God, no, because I could have, knowing my luck, I'll do double worse on top of it.
I don't know if that's gonna be possible here, buddy, but we'll see. Okay.
Wait,
Keep in mind,
wait, don't say that, and then now you're just coming. Oh God. Oh,
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I think I want to flip.
Okay.
oh God. All right, yeah. Let
Remember,
me.
Lazerdude has one on the board right
if he
now.
loses a point and I lose a point, then nothing really changes all that much in the scheme of things.
So it's
If I
currently-
gain a point and he loses a point, this can change the game.
So right now, again, just for a reminder, right now, Lazerdude has 1 point, Rohit has 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's flip it.
Okay.
Lazerdude's gonna get it.
Oh man.
Oh, that means Lazerdude gets a point. It's 2-2. Fortune favors the bold. But let's see how long that lasts. Okay.
The
Ready,
penalty.
ready to take your whooping?
Yes.
So Dragon, tell us what Rohith has won.
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. Going into the speed round with every question. Well, let's say every question but the wheel, simplicity's sake. We're going to flip the coin. So Tiki, that coin ain't going anywhere. We're going to
Okay.
flip it for all the rounds. At the top of every round, if it lands tails, Lazerdude will pick Rohit's answer.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Lands heads?
Do I
You're
have
okay.
to?
Yes, you have. This is mandatory. Yep, that's you.
So,
It's going to land
Right.
tails, and Lazerdude will pick your answer for you. Which again, if I were Lazerdude, I would not give you the best answer so I could win.
well, keep in mind though, we've had situations where someone has picked for someone else, and then they turn the argument around on.
It is entirely possible. Might not be a death sentence. Might be a
Wait,
creative avenue.
Did you say
Who
that
knows?
I have to pick his answer, or is I
So you
get
to pick
whatever
this
his
is my
answer?
answer if it hits tails for me.
If it lands tails on if it lands tails, Rohit, you're going to pick his answer.
Wait, what? I thought you mean if it lands heads, then I pick it.
Sorry. Lazerdude is going to pick Rohit's anser.
Wait. So just hold on. Let's start with the top.
So,
So,
like,
for
for
this-
example, if it was like what Muppet or what Sesame Street character is the grumpiest, I could choose Elmo for him.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lazerdude.
Okay, that's fine.
When it's tails, Lazerdude picks Rohit's answer.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So of course now,
I
folks,
like
we
this now. I'm back,
we
I'm back
enter-
on board.
All right. We enter. Do we have a new stopwatch?
Yeah, for some reason the Google one is not showing up when I just Google stopwatch.
That's weird.
Oh,
So
goody.
we're gonna have to go with it.
Great. All right, so we enter we're entering the speed round in which we are taking audience questions. By the way, so folks, you have questions you want us to use, you want to throw at these two yahoos, by all means, put them in there, ideally Disney related, and we will be inclined to use them, and you will judge who gets the point. Of course, speed round typical rules apply here. 30 seconds followed by a 15-second rebuttal. It is a that's whoever speaks first goes first. But now we have the coin at play, so obviously we're going to flip before every round and see how exactly that's going to go. Of course, it's a race to 5 points. You understand these rules as explained to you both here this evening for the speed round.
Yes. I'm good.
All right. That's verbal confirmation on both.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Okay. Let's spin our wheels for a moment with the wheel.
So, Dragon, just to clarify here, when we do the flip, will Lazerdude, if it lands on tails, will he get to pick which option from the wheel he wants?
No, I told you.
No, he
with
said
exception
the
of
wheel will be part
Wheel's
of it.
the exception.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that detail. Okay, my bad.
Okay, so let's go to the wheel of Star Wars.
Star Wars,
Nothing but Star Wars. Do.
Basically, Rohit gets a reprieve here.
Yeah.
Unless the wheel royally screws him over.
However, who won the last
Wheel is
round?
not safe. Rohit did.
Rohit. You get to decide, who spins first and who goes first for this round, though. So a little silver lining.
You know what? I'll let Lazerdude. Since she's tied, I figure I'd give him.
Okay, so the
Very
way this
kind of
works:
you.
spin the wheel, win an answer, then you get a question.
Get it.
So let's spin for Lazerdude. Let's see what he's gonna get.
Please not Watto.
We don't even know what the question is yet.
See? Oh dear.
My red arm is very festive for the occasion.
I'm so happy to celebrate Life Day.
Oh boy.
Right.
I do. I never showed you how I got this red arm.
It was actually a really
Not
good
be who
story
will
for
win in a
anyone who's
fight.
never read
It is
that.
a really good
I would
story,
give-
actually. Yes.
It's in a comic, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's see
3PO,
what
I think, is like objectively my favorite Star Wars character. I think I've said that.
What?
Anyways.
3PO is?
Yeah, 3PO.
Yes.
Huh.
I love 3PO.
Now we're gonna
All right.
spin the wheel.
Okay,
This is
so for Rohit.
Let's see what old Rohit's getting.
I really wanted it to land on Hondo. All right.
My friends.
Jay and I had this joke going on that if either of you asked who Honda was, like, that's it, you lose.
Okay. All right, so here's the question. So inspired by Kevin Smith at San Diego Comic-Con this week, and given Kevin Smith's relationship to Star Wars and famously with Clerks 3 coming out, I thought it would be really nice and full circle. Which Star Wars character would make the best convenience store clerk?
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I'm
So-
good. I'm great.
Okay, so whenever you start speaking, Lazerdude,
So C3PO.
why would C-3PO make the best convenience store clerk?
All right, here we go. Ready? Okay, here's the biggest reason. C-3PO doesn't really need to take any other. Doesn't need a break. He doesn't need to take shifts. He knows what everything. He will know where everything is in the store. He will know any language. Somebody comes in from speaking Spanish, speaking French, speaking German. He will know every single language. He will know how to help them. He's a protocol droid. He wants to be able to help people. This is the perfect way he can do it. And he's taken a lot of abuse over the years, so it won't be that big of a deal if somebody starts yelling at him. He'll say, "Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. We'll hope to help you later."
From Span. Sorry.
Ready, set, go. All right, Chewbacca would be the best convenience store employee for a few reasons. One, convenience store employee doesn't really have lot of high skill management to do. All he has to do is just scan the items, cash in, cash out, go. But also, what's great about Chewbacca is that he can handle himself in a fight. What if the convenience store gets robbed? Chewbacca can just rip the other guy's arm, but not necessarily have to do that. He can handle himself in a high stakes situation. The convenience store is about to get robbed, and he also can handle the regular duties of a convenience store. Just like let's go.
All right, 15 seconds.
First of all, I've worked at a convenience store. They don't want you to fight anybody if you get robbed. Second of all, communication is key. You got somebody coming in saying, "Hey, do you have a pack of Rickard's Reds?" And Chewbacca's going, he's like, "I don't know what that means." You have to be able to communicate, especially to upsell. C-3PO would be so good at upselling, it'd be not even funny.
A convenience store employee is not the same as a retail employee. The thing is with Chewbacca, all he has to do is just people just look around, find items, take it out, hand it to him. He scans it, moves on. And if a convenience store gets robbed, like Chewbacca isn't a regular human, he can get himself in a fight and prevent the convenience store getting robbed.
Jacob, would you
Yeah.
like to judge this one?
No.
Are you sure? I mean, I thought you liked Star Wars.
Do you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh
like
my god, I fucking love Star Wars.
All right, so
Sorry.
that's fine. But speaking of what I was, I mean, I think probably quite a few of us here probably were convenience store clerks. So, I mean, it's a standard job. So, I will go with the points regarding C-3PO and all that. So, I'm going to give the point to C-3PO.
Good. All right, that's 3 Lazerdude, 2 Rohith.
Back in the lead.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I guess we should probably go a little bit of a Christmas tact here.
Are we going to go with the Muppet Christmas question?
I mean, yeah.
So we
Again,
did-
folks. Folks, we invite you to throw some questions our way, but in the meantime, we'll probably use some of ours here. I'm sorry, Jacob, you were saying
We need to throw in our Muppet question.
that we do. We should. Okay, I guess it's gonna be a note. Yeah. All right, let's do the Muppet question. All right, so First, we're going to flip.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, so Lazerdude, you're going to pick Rohit's answer, and also you get to decide who goes first.
Okay.
You're holding all the cards here, buddy. All right, here's the question. Which Muppet should star in a Hallmark Christmas special? And or movie, but let's just say they're always movies, so it's like a Hallmark TV movie.
Okay.
And with Kristen, should he pick Rohit's answer first or his own?
Well,
answer?
it's your goes.
Yeah,
Who do you want to go
I'm
first?
Okay. I got it. Rohit,
Yeah.
your answer is animal.
Okay. Well, what's the question?
And which Muppet would be the best fit in a Hallmark Christmas special?
Okay.
And what's your answer, Lazerdude?
Oh, I'm going to choose Miss Piggy.
All right. I guess Rohit, you're going first then.
Animal would be the perfect character for a Hallmark Christmas special because the thing is that Animal is the kind of character that you can really have a lot of fun pairing with sort of a stuck-up, uptight individual that you can learn at the beginning of Christmas. Animal is a fun character. He'll be just rocking his band in a small town and can really attract sort of the fun and the whimsy and the chaotic energy that can really make his Hallmark Christmas special stand out and not be just a generic, eyes glazed over, fall asleep kind of Hallmark Christmas special.
When it comes to all of the Muppet characters, the only one who really inhabits this sort of bad acting type of over-the-top drama type of thing that comes in those Hallmark movies is Miss Piggy. She would definitely be the perfect fit for the big-time girl and the big-time studio thing, coming to a small town, finding a handsome man that she's fawning over, but also argues with throughout most of the half of the movie. It's definitely the best fit out of any of the Muppet characters, bar none, because she's that type of personality. Miss Piggy is the type of person who watches Hallmark.
Putting Miss Piggy in the Hallmark Christmas special would just regurgitate the standard Christmas Hallmark special. With Animal, you have an X factor, an unknown variable that could really make the Hallmark special stand out and be chaotic, fun, and rock and roll. And that would make it a memorable holiday Hallmark Christmas special.
Yeah, here's the thing. Every single mother in their 40s and 50s wouldn't like it. It doesn't matter. Hallmark Christmas specials are not made to be different or challenge anything. They're meant to tell the exact same story every single time, and that's what Miss Piggy would do. She would fit right in there where Animal just wouldn't fit.
Okay, now since one of us in this room has very recently been to, I believe, the Jim Henson Museum, or like the
it's a traveling exhibit, but yeah, it's called it's called Imagination Unlimited.
Yes, the Imagination Unlimited exhibit. So Tiki, why don't you judge this one?
All right, well, Dragon, one of the highlight artifacts of that museum was Miss Piggy's gloves.
I saw them, yes.
And I do think that Miss Piggy would fit the Hallmark specials like a glove.
Ha!
So I'm going to give it to Rohit.
Well,
Hey, I did Miss Piggy.
Lazerdude, I'm sorry.
I thought you were
one step you were on fire with the gloves thing, and then just
I know, right? Jesus.
God. All right, so Lazerdude, it's 4-2 in Lazerdude's favor. So
Can I say something?
Sure. What do you got?
I want to forego the coin advantage for any of the other ones.
Are you sure?
Yes. I feel like I could use that too much to my advantage. It's good for 1 point for me. I used it to my advantage, but I feel like I could just use it in too many ways that would just be unfair.
I feel like that's respectable.
All right, good sportsmanship. I
want to fight. I don't want a mercy killing.
The holiday
Say that
spirit.
you've been mercy.
One could say the Christmas spirit. Okay.
All right, that's fair. So,
All right.
penalty. Okay. They never said anything that they couldn't give up the opponent couldn't give up the penalty. So, we accept the penalty. We accept the cancellation.
Right. Jacob, I'm gonna let you. Okay, I'm gonna hint at a question. I want you to decide which question we're gonna go with. All right.
Okay.
Okay. We want the dessert based one, Do we want the like our summer based one, or do we want our deranged Christmas based one?
I was gonna go with the dessert, but now that you mentioned, let's go with the deranged one.
Just to make sure we get it in there. Okay, so a lot of news was shared at this Comic Con. From what I understand, unfortunately, one thing was left out that does bum me out, given how far in advance apparently we're planning things, and we just couldn't say yes to this one thing. So I was hopeful for some Deadpool news at San Diego Comic Con.
Dragon, there's always D23. You got to remember.
I know it's the thing. It's kind of
D23
weird.
is right around the corner. They can
Yeah,
pull
but-
some. They can pull some trump cards with that.
That's true. I mean, Deadpool really he's kind of made a home at San Diego. At point being, I'll be surprised. Like, hey, let's throw Deadpool and mix it D23. But maybe that'll be fun.
I'm
Who
just
knows?
saying, you never know. You never know.
It's true. Regardless, I'm hopeful. So I was hopeful for that, but Deadpool's on the brain. He's the other guy in the red suit I think we all care about. At least I do. So I want you two to pitch the most twisted way in which Deadpool would kill Santa Claus.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm going for the home run, baby. I'm going for the home run.
All right, so Rohit's going first. And
Actually, I'm not saying I didn't say I was going to go first because I'm going to go home run. So, I mean, the Lazerdude. I mean, it's really, and it can go either way. I don't know.
Well, Lazerdude got the last point, so he can decide.
Well, no, it's the fact whoever speaks first goes first. So I'm saying whichever who gets a pitch out first will go first.
Well, I didn't put out a pitch. I just said
this is a weird way to like. I feel like we shouldn't have the. I feel like they shouldn't say what their answer is on this occasion, Dragon. I feel like it should be.
Yeah, actually, I think it's probably
fine.
better
Who
if
wants
we
to go
surprise you
first?
with our answers.
Well, I think Lazerdude should pick.
Fine, Lazerdude pick.
I'll go first. I'll go first this time.
All right.
Okay. So, Lazerdude, how would Deadpool, in what twisted way would he kill Santa Claus?
All right, here is the scene. Santa thinks Christmas night everything is nice and cheery. He's got on his sled. He said, "So long, elves." He's up in his sled flying over the North Pole. He's having a great time, but all of a sudden he smells something. In fact, he sees something. In fact, some poop comes shooting his way. Deadpool has given all of his reindeer laxatives, and they are shooting crap right into his face. He's now flying out of control. They spin out of control. The whole thing is now caught on fire because there's a hidden Molotov cocktail that went off, and then boom into the mountain. Dead diarrhea reindeer.
Okay.
Wow.
Rohit, what do you have?
Your R2.
What?
He didn't put out R2.
Wait, Tiki, did you hit the timer?
No, it's like he hit the timer on time. You just didn't hit R2.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's fine. Sorry about that.
All right. Sorry. Rohit, go ahead.
All right. Santa Claus comes down through a chimney, and waiting once he comes down the chimney is Deadpool. And Deadpool takes a mountain of cookies and stuffs it in Santa Claus's mouth, just until he can barely breathe. He grabs him with a candy cane, goes out, gets on the sled, Deadpool specifically, ties Santa to the back, and then flies around and drags him like through buildings, just like A-Train dragged Blue Hawk in season 3 of The Boys. And then whatever is left is just led as a statue for the elves to look at.
I feel like yours is violent, but not necessarily like Deadpool's thing is like it's dark, disturbing, and kind of funny. I feel like Santa going out in a flaming diarrhea reindeer incident is much more funny than just him beating him up and dragging his body everywhere. It doesn't quite have the Deadpool flair for me.
What you're describing is like the generic me version of Deadpool. Deadpool has a sense of darkness with him, and there are holiday elements, him being stuffed with the cookies, he being dragged by the candy cane, and him just demolished his body as Deadpool's riding through the sleigh. It's deranged in the best possible way.
He basically just keel hauling Santa with his own sleigh.
All right. Well, Jacob and I have reminisced about torture on podcasts before, so I'm going to let. So, Jacob, would you like the judge this morning? Or you just want to give me some feedback on this one? What do you think?
I'll give you some feedback.
Okay, give me. Just tell me where you're leaning before I make the call.
Well, they both. I mean, I kind of wish they both went more extreme, considering it's Deadpool killing Santa Claus. To be honest, it's like none of them really embraced like the Deadpoolness or the Christmasness of it in a way that that I was personally hoping. But I would say that that the one where it's like stuffing the mouth full of cookies is holiday themed, but I can't deny the whole basically rocket propelled diarrhea flying in Santa's face and making him crash wouldn't be a funny sight to see either.
Yeah, so it's funny. My suggestion for my idea for a Deadpool Santa kill is actually it's Deadpool lights Santa's beard on fire, then impales him on his own reindeer. But yeah,
You know what? Actually, I should have said Deadpool crucifies him. Just like Jesus is the reason for the season.
good idea. A little late for it, I'm afraid, but yes.
Yeah, true.
So, I'll tell you, I gotta admit, I really do love the cookie thing as well. I really do. But, I mean, the other one is kind of a Deadpool signature. I think Lazerdude kind of got it. Which means he wins.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Again.
Yep, 5.
But
5-2.
4-0,
Yep, so he wins.
boys. 4-0.
should we do any of the bonus
It
questions?
was a good game.
Do you want to do like an encore round, Dragon, like a non-canon bonus
Yeah, I'll
round?
go for another one. If anyone actually asked a question, I don't know if anybody.
All right, should we?
don't know.
I don't think we have any. We don't have any questions in the chat, unfortunately.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
I think otherwise I would have.
You know, here's a fun fact. I've won every game, but I've not won an encore round.
Huh?
Every
That's
single one of
funny.
those I've lost.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
Oh.
All right,
Explain the encore round. What
It's
the-
basically,
It's a bonus
just-
round for fun.
it's like the exhibition round. Like it doesn't count for any points, but
I mean, we could if we. Nah, let's not.
I wouldn't mind. Go for points.
all right. What do you think, Jake? You want to go with the summary question or the ice treats question?
What was give me more about the summary one.
I think
know,
we should go with the summer one just because like we've had a lot of Christmas, so let's lead it out. Let's go more in the July direction to end things out.
Well, the ice treats is actually summer related as well. But,
Is it?
yeah,
Okay.
they're both summer related. So either I guess let's just Jake. What do you think? You want to go with the quick? One's a quick draw. You want to go with the quick draw? Or you want to go with the kind of a full question?
What was the other one?
One's like essentially the vacation question. The vacation question or the quick draw?
Let's go with the quick draw.
Okay, let's go with the quick draw. All right. So, you know what I like to do when I want to cool off in the summer?
What?
I like a nice snow cone. It's called something regionally different from where I'm from, but I like a snow cone.
Wait, what's it called where you're from?
Snowball.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm sorry.
Regardless.
Go ahead.
Snow cone. The point being the shaved ice. For me in a cup, traditionally in a cone, snow cone. So, which themed snow cone stand would do far better business-wise? An MCU themed stand or a Star Wars themed stand?
Ooh,
Star Wars.
Okay.
dang.
I feel
Hoping
the
I could
correct
choose
answer is
DC
the
and I
Abominable
could choose Mr.
Snowman.
Freeze.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I feel like the correct answer is the Abominable Snowman.
Well, yeah, but been too easy.
I'm pretty sure that already exists in Kickstarter.
All right, well, I guess I gotta choose it. I gotta choose Marvel.
Yeah.
For
Okay. Snowman. All right, when you're ready, Rohit.
I think a Star Wars themed ice cone shop would be a great ice cone themed shop. You can have sort of it'd be called Hoth Ice or something like that, and you have each cone be sort of color like a different lightsaber color with different flavors. Obviously, green being mint, or blue being blueberry, and red being cherry, and all that stuff. And you can have like the person in the stand be like wearing the attire that Luke wore in Hoth, or be like a Jedi that's a little bit more closeted, or even a Mandalorian. You know.
Okay, 1 second. All right. All right, picture this. We got an ice or snow cone area called the Winter Snowger. That's right. And every single flavor is a different one of the Russian words. Logging, rusted, 17, daybreak, furnace, 9, big and homecoming, freight car. Every single one of them is going to be a different flavor. It totally fits the theme. You got person will have like a fake arm as that they're scooping it out with, and they will say ready to comply as soon as they give you your order. That is the perfect way to do a snow cone shop.
In light of the current political climate, a character that's associated with the Russian government in the comics and to a certain extent in the MCU would be a bad taste. Star Wars is a fictional fantasy that enables to partake in the ice cone theme, and while without having any negative connotation.
I just don't really think your thing it kind of got the snow part, you know? Like if you chose like a Wampa thing or something from, or a Hoth or anything, maybe, but it was just like lightsaber colors. Well, okay, well, you can make anything any different color. You don't need any like that. You need to have it fit the theme.
Okay, I think I know where I'm leaning, but I'm gonna Tiki. Do you like snow cones?
Yes, I actually really like snow cones.
Would
yes.
you like to weigh in? Would you like to call this
Sure.
round, buddy? How you want to do that?
Okay,
You want a
so I
snow
give a
cone?
lot of points to the creativity that Lazerdude laid out there. Like, it was a really good joke answer. But I think the actual argument, Rohith, I feel like really nailed it. I love how straightforward he played the whole, like, yeah, in like the current political climate, I don't think it's a good idea. Also, with the Star Wars thing, I do have to note that Hoth, correct me if I'm wrong, Rohit, but you laid out that the stand itself would be themed around Hoth, right?
Yes,
Like
yeah.
it would kind of have like a Hoth vibe. So Hoth definitely did get brought up. So I feel like that.
Oh, sorry, I must have missed
like
that.
a non-starter. So
I was trying to remember all the different words that the code words that was used.
that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Exhibition round over. And speaking of words, let's go over.
Winter Snowger would have been good.
Let's review the words that were selected for tonight's magic word. First up, mistletoe was considered, and as we all know, Rohith said magic.
Magical, magical.
The word is in there.
Yeah. So the remaining words were wonder, dream, fantasy, and wish.
Wow, so you just had like all the generic Disney travelogue buzzwords. Did
Jeez.
you?
Well,
I'm surprised with Genie there, we
Very
never said
specific
wish.
reason.
Well, actually, not that. Those are the names of the Disney cruise ships.
Oh, that makes
Ah.
sense. That's
Little
clever.
method
All
to the
right.
madness, my friend. Method to the madness.
All right, I like it. I like
Oh.
it.
And speaking of the cruises, the dream is what my cruise is going to be on.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's like a dream.
Jacob, are you doing like the Marvel Day at Sea or anything like that?
Technically, I mean, when I planned the cruise, it didn't have anything. But when I clicked on it to plan it, it turned into the Halloween on the High Seas one.
Oh, that's even better.
Except
I mean, I don't know technically if it's even better, but personally, I'd be more stoked for
I don't know.
that.
The Marvel one's pretty amazing.
I mean,
I know, but you know me, Dragon. I'm a big Halloween guy, so.
there's going to be a pirate day.
Oh, that's cool. All right, anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, good game.
Yeah, seriously, guys, this was a great round. And Lazerdude, I think we have to kind of like officially now, like I feel like you have to be like a permanent fixture here. Until you lose, because this is an impressive streak you're
Well,
holding
don't
right
put
now.
it like that. Like we want to see him knocked off the perch, man. That's a little. Come back
Didn't
so you
that,
can lose.
Didn't that guy who was like doing so good at Jeopardy, didn't he claim that they rigged it against him so he would lose and get off the show?
I'm not sure. Well, eventually he hosted it, so it kind of worked out for him if that was the case.
Okay, but anyway,
Yeah, I
It
doubt
probably,
that
it probably
Ken
wasn't Ken
because
Jennings.
Ken Jennings always had like a really good relationship with the show.
I'm probably conflating a different opponent. I'm just throwing. I
Yeah.
have no idea who the other Jeopardy.
I don't know
opponents are, just
anything
Ken
about that.
Jennings.
Anyways,
So yeah.
it was good to be here. It's good to Rohit's still a worthy opponent. That was a bad penalty, man. That really threw off your whole game right there. It was pretty even till that point.
Yeah, that's
No.
the mix.
I mean, you guys chose to go with the word. You didn't actually say the word magic.
That's true.
We did give you anyway.
We did give you the option. And remember, Lazerdude, I believe you're the one that said go for it.
Go for it if it wasn't me. I was making a joke.
Yeah, I know, but you know, Dragon, he takes things literally.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
When it comes to this, he takes things.
All right, I think Jacob's mic
Wow.
came a little
Ah.
unplugged. All right.
Nah, I was muting it. I was closing a bag of chips.
All right, sir. Well, all right. Anyway, okay, so that yes, that brings us to a close. Let's thank the folks in the comments. New Horizons Music, Theme Park Priest, Ellie B, Aquatad.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay. Yeah, that's
funny,
of course
man.
our guest on the show. Yes.
All right.
Is Aquatad new?
StreamYard? No, I'm kidding.
Also, tune in tomorrow for our Comic-Con coverage.
Tiggy, could we get back to the main?
Oh my God! Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Yes, folks, we have some Comic-Con news coming at you tomorrow. As we can see, we're kind of bursting at the seams to talk about some of it. So, yeah, tomorrow we're breaking down all the Comic-Con goodness from San Diego.
One could say that Marvel gave us a oh God, this is totally like a fucking like Red Letter Media nerd crew line, but one could say that Marvel gave us a whole Christmas tree's worth of gifts to unwrap. Am I right, Dragon?
Sure. God.
That's who Echo is.
All right, tune in, folks. Season's greetings and goodbyes.
Loyalty to Disney. Loyalty to the